You're about to watch one of the most fiery exchanges on Capitol Hill, and at the center is former ICE Director Tom Homan. Attacked, accused, and even insulted, Homan stood his ground with passion and strength.
Let me remind everyone that the Trump administration tried to ban asylum seeking and started the process of metering, which then prevents people from coming through legal ports of entry. That exacerbated the crisis. People are desperately waiting months just to get in line and be granted the inalienable rights to due process. Mr. Homan, you have said that most immigrants are, quote, not criminals other than the criminal act that they do when they enter the country illegally. That is why I think we ought to revisit decriminalizing desperation, striking sections 1325 and 1326 of Title VIII of the U.S. Code, the statutes that the administration has leveraged to separate thousands of children from their families. Mr. Homan, do you understand that the consequences of separation of many children will be lifelong trauma and carried across generations? Have we not learned from the internment of Japanese Americans? Mr. Homan, I'm a father. Do you have children? How can you possibly allow this to happen under your watch? Do you not care? Is it because these children don't look like children that are around you? I don't get it. Have you ever held a deceased child in your arms?
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my
I
country.
find your
I've
comments
served my country. I've
disgusting
served
as
my
well,
country
sir.
for 34 years.
I find your
this
comments
is out of
disgusting
control.
as well.
I've served my country for 34 years, and yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms. That in back of that tractor trailer, I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like, and I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member of Congress.
We agree on that.
Fix it.
We agree on that, but I disagree. But I also disagree with your characterization of immigrants as prone to criminality.
People for 3 decades on this.
Lawmakers came in swinging, blaming Homan for family separations at the border. They accused him of enabling cruel Trump-era policies like the asylum ban and metering, policies that left families waiting in dangerous limbo. But the attacks weren't just about law, they quickly became personal. One congressman demanded border crossing be decriminalized by repealing sections 1325 and 1326. He compared immigration enforcement to the internment of Japanese Americans. Then he pressed Homan personally. Do you even have children? Do you care? Or is your lack of empathy tied to the color of these kids' skin? The accusations were harsh, even outrageous. That's when Tom Homan showed why he's respected. He pushed back with force, defending 34 years of service to his country. He revealed that yes, he had held a dead 5-year-old migrant child in his arms. He prayed over that child, knowing his last moments were filled with pain, and he did so while raising a son the same age. His voice didn't shake, his integrity was unshaken. He made it clear, his mission has always been to save lives, not destroy them. As lawmakers pressed harder, Homan stood even taller. The gavel slammed, voices rose, but he stayed firm. He reminded everyone that he doesn't make the laws, he enforces them. And then came his warning. Remove deterrence and you'll only invite more suffering. More families will risk their lives. More children will die. It wasn't cruelty, it was truth, rooted in experience. In the end, Homan turned the tables. What began as an attack ended as a lesson. He reminded Congress and the nation that border security isn't about politics, it's about saving lives. His words left the room shaken, but his message rang clear. Do you agree with Homan that strong enforcement saves lives? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget, click that subscribe button on Capitol Insights for more straight-shooting breakdowns of America's toughest debates.